Okay, so we got that. We got this. Okay, so now I want to get the bottle down here. Let's bring this whole apparatus down here to see if we can see what we're trying to do here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let me get everything set up here. And I'll hold this like that. Well, I want to put some pressure on this. Let's just see what happens here. That's 40 pounds. I'm just going to let it go on the deck. Okay. I hope you guys can see this. Whoops. Oh. I didn't pressurize it. Okay, let's do this now. Okay, that's the first test of the fuel injector with fuel. Doesn't look like it's, oh, I don't have any pressure on it. I got about 40 pounds. I don't see it working unless I just don't have any fuel in there. I know I got fuel in there. Oh, I see it working. See it? You can see it working, but I don't know because it doesn't look like it's spraying any fuel, but maybe I took all the fuel out. I'll have to do this again. I'm going to put some fuel in there and put some pressure on it, try it out. Alright, so that's working. Good news. We're almost to the end of this whole test thing. So now it looks like I don't even have to put gasoline in there. I like that better because I'm not going to do a bunch of that. I'll do that. I would like to see how that looks, but this is where we're at. We know that this is working because I shut the valve off here and this all went down. It was holding for a while. So now the whole point of this test procedure is that we're at the point now we can take this, which is going to be the input of my coil here, and that is going to come off of, oh, here, this is what I'm looking for. I had some needle nose around here somewhere. Okay, so now I put that on there. So let me see if that you can see that. Be nicer if we get closer here. Okay, so we've got the elements here. We've got the coil. We've got the fuel injector. So positive goes here. Okay, that's positive to the fuel injector. On the coil here, that's positive there as well. Now it might be reversed because of the transformer action, so I may have to change the polarity. We'll find out if that's going to be an issue. Boy, these things are so slippery. Okay, so that's positive. Then we've got ground coming over here, so that's ground. And this is ground for the high voltage side. Okay, and this is the same ground here, so we'll put the ground for okay, so that's the ground for the fuel injector. So now what we're going to do, I'll hook that up in a second, but we'll put some pressure on that fuel injector. So it's got 30 on it right now. I'm going to take it up to 60. I thought I was. So it popped at 60, and that had to do, where's the other end of this? Where's the fuel injector? Oh. So it came off of the fuel injector. Let's see where this, as you can see, I had the clamp right where it needed to be. So let's try this again. This time I'm going to tighten it up a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to clamp it a lot tighter than I did before. It should hold. We'll find out. Okay, so this is where we're at. We got to get back to we're going to hook the ground up again. I need a little more copper. Man, that's tough. There. Okay, I got my ground connected finally. Alright, let's try this again. We're at 60 pounds. Okay. So, HEI is connected. It's working, I can hear it. I got to put it closer so you can hear it. Hear it? Hear it? It's a resounding success. All we have to do is add some. Okay. Okay. This will, Mauricio et al. This is my setup here. I have 60, they're about 60 psi, 50 something. If you want 60, I'll make it 60. Maybe even 70. Okay, I got 70 pounds of CO2 pressure on this fuel injector. I have 12 volts going to my Chevy HEI ignition. I have my ignition coming over and driving a 12 volt coil, and then I have the output of that coil driving this fuel injector. Now, well, I need to ground all these wires. You know, it's popping so much. Oh well. Anyway, I want you to hear this. Okay, you gotta hear this fuel injector. What you hear in the background is the ATI ignition. Hear that? So now, to see that it's working, you can see that it's holding the pressure. I'm going to shut this off. And listen. It's hard to see if it can hang on. So that works. The next test is to show how it sprays fuel, so we'll see how that works next. I better do that before I shut everything down. Oh, I got an idea. Watch the flame on the thing here. It needs to have liquid in it, so let me turn this off. And as you can see, the main pressure gauge is down, and this is gradually coming down here. But you know, because of the pulse duration and probably the power, I don't know. I'll have to do some more research on that. But what I'm going to do now is put some liquid in the hose here and then pressurize it and see how that spray works. That's, in the end, that's what it's all about. So, oh, you know what? I got an idea. I could take a beer bottle and put the injector right there. Then I can spray the gasoline in there, keep everything all confined, and I would be able to video it too. So I'm going to get some stuff, I'm going to get that all lined up right. Okay, so, oh, one other thing I wanted to get the, okay, we got a fire extinguisher here, and it says pull it in an emergency. So I'm going to keep this right here. We're ready. This would make a mess if we have to use it, but see, I got CO2, so I'm not too concerned about that. Okay, so I have a little bit of gasoline right there. Okay, so we've got that in there. I'm going to try and dry this out a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm just going to stick that through the CO2 bottle. Then I'll stick this inside of here, and okay. Got to work on this program here a little bit. I don't like what's happening. How is that? I didn't realize I put that much in there. I'm going to have to take some of that out. That's CO2, by the way. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, we're going to put this on. What happened to my clamp? I gotta find my clamp. Okay, so this is what we know for a fact. Is I have this hose is pressurized right now. So but we know that the fuel injector is working exactly the way it's supposed to. See? So, anyway, that has been established. We know that the back EMF from the high voltage output of the HEI drives the coil. One of the things that we need to maybe validate is, instead of just a single high voltage input, just to see if if I connect all of these in parallel to drive this, if that pulsing will pulse the fuel injector to give us some more duration. So anyway, I'm not calling this a success because I really wanted to have that drive it to directly. That would change a lot of the things, the timing that I have to do on the engine between this port where the fuel goes in here and also here. So that's what the whole purpose of this test was, is to ascertain if it was going to be easy, which apparently it's not. So we're going to have to go back to the drawing boards, but this test session is come to a close, and I'll post this a little bit later. So that's everything. That's all the elements. I'm happy the HEI really, when we put the sparking in there, and we can get some video inside the engine how the sparking arrangement's going to work. So I validated the idea that this creates enough output to operate the fuel injector. It's just that the duration is an issue, which not really, because they're designed to be using pulsing input. So we'll see how the next test goes with the HEI.